everyone.
My name is Ikraj Ganison.
My name is Ranjai.
My name is Joanne Bakari.
My name is Shahnaz Bani.
And today our presentation will be on the journey of purchasing the Apple Watch SE.
According to IoT Agenda, a smartwatch is a wearable computing device that closely resembles a wristwatch or other timekeeping devices. In addition to telling time, it's Bluetooth capable and extends the capabilities of the wearer's smartphone to the watch.
Consumer behavior is referring to the study of customers or consumers and understand how they behave while or before they buy a product that can satisfy their needs. Marketers need to understand what consumer behavior is and how to deal with it, as the marketers can know or understand more about what the expectation of the consumer is.
The first step will be presented by Joanne and Jiaying. The second step will be presented by me myself here. The third step will be presented by Ikraj. The fourth step will be presented by Jiaying. The fifth step will be presented by Joanne. Last, we will give some recommendation to our chosen company to improve in terms of the consumer decision making process.
I will talk about definition of need recognition. According to need recognition in marketing, need recognition, which is also known as problem identification, will be the first step of the consumer buying process, which is also known as the buyer decision-making processes. When there is a consumer finds out that an unmet need must be fulfilled, the need recognition will occur. For our group, our target market is a millennial Generation Y, which is a generation that born in the year of 1980s to 1990s. She is a successful businesswoman who named Crystal Carrington. She is also a person who is very busy with her business and couldn't put her time in other things. She needs a smartwatch because a smartwatch will help her in many things and can also make her life easier. She can use the smartwatch to do many things, such as making calls, look at the time, check notifications, as the smartwatch will alert and notify her that a message or email has been received, and etc. In case she forgot to look at her smartwatch, or the battery life of her smartphone gets lower and shut down. Next, I will pass the stage to Eve.
So, why is this product important or useful? According to Spencer Hart 2015, this smartwatch product is useful because due to features such as notification, fitness, as well as answering calls. And it is also easy and able to identify the incoming message and incoming calls without referring to the smartphones. And this product also available in sites produced by the smartwatch. And moreover, why do people need smartwatch? According to Rosin 2020, the smartwatch displaying notification is one of the main reasons you would buy one. The less demanding way of having messages sent to the smartwatch, which wearing on the wrist and being able to identify their importance without removing the smartphone from any pocket.
Second step of consumer decision making process is information search. According to entrepreneur, information search is the process of collecting, assessing, and analyzing data on a market and about a good or service to be sold in that market for sale. It is also about the competitors that are available in the current market that offers a similar product with similar characteristics and features. Besides, in this step, there are also the need of business target market for the industry as a whole. There are two types of information, which is internal information search and external information. For the internal search, Crystal has a little bit of memory about the smartwatch when she personally experienced using her friend's smartwatch. Even though she has some experience about the smartwatch, those memories does not enough for her to decide which one is the perfect brand to buy according to her preference. So she does some external search. For external search, Crystal tried to gather as much as information about some brands that have smartwatch. So Crystal asked her friends who use smartwatch about their experience using it. After she gets to know her friends' experience about the smartwatch, she plans to gather more information by searching on the internet. She also gathers information from online shopping platforms such as Amazon. She looks at people's rating and their reviews about the product. She also gathers some information when she saw the advertisement on YouTube. Internal and external search make Crystal to make comparison between different brands and choose a brand that she need according to her preferences.
Step 3 of the CDMP is evaluation of alternatives. In this, consumers will evaluate all of their product and brand options on a scale of particular attributes. This is very important for the consumer as they will lay out all their options and critically evaluate alternatives in terms of the functional and psychological benefits that they offer. And finally, pick the product that best suits them. Our team has chosen the Watch SE made by Apple. It was launched very recently in September, and this Apple Watch is particularly different from the other watches Apple has released because it was aimed to be priced more affordably to reach an even wider market. The main competitors of the Watch SE would be the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3, the Galaxy Watch Active 2, and the Huawei Watch GT 2. This is because they are all identical in terms of their target market and they are all smartwatches that are technologically advanced with an eye for health features. We will be looking at the technical aspects of the Watch SE first. It has a powerful chip which aids in smooth user experience. Its 50-meter water resistance ensures that Crystal can have a worry-free experience when the watch gets wet. Apple Pay allows purchases with contactless terminals, which in Crystal's case is very convenient as she lives in the central business district of Melbourne. Being able to have notifications on the watch is also very helpful to someone like Crystal as she often forgets things. The watch will nudge her with a vibrate when notifications come in, and she can even take a call with it. In a nutshell, this is important because the Apple Watch adapts to the target market's lifestyle and it knows what's important to them and where to help out. Next, we'll be talking about the social benefits. The Apple Watch was created with health and wellness in mind. Activity rings on the Watch SE tracks your steps, calories burned, distance walked, and constantly measures your heart rate as you go by your day. Other than that, it also inspires wellness. The Watch SE comes with the new sleep tracking feature to help the consumer track their sleep and create sleep goals. With the arrival of the coronavirus pandemic, the Watch SE detects when you're washing your hands and turns on a timer for 20 seconds to ensure you're washing thoroughly to stay protected. This is good for our target market as they are usually super busy. Like Crystal, she is too focused on work during the day, but when she gets home, the Watch SE creates insights to recap her day. This includes total calories burned and total steps. This helps a lot as the target market would not usually have time to do this manually. Lastly, we have to think about the economical sides of things. This table shows the major specifications that consumers look at when purchasing a smartwatch. In comparison to the competition, the Apple Watch has a bigger display, a much greater screen-to-body ratio, all while being only 36.4 grams. It also has the largest storage of all the watches. When it comes to being economical, value plays a big factor. With all these specifications, the Apple Watch still managed to launch with the lowest price, proving it to be the most economical option. This is a good thing as millennials or Generation Y is always looking for the best bang for buck option.
So, for the step 4, purchase decision, the definition of purchase decision was, according to the Wharton University of Pennsylvania 2011, the purchase decision is that the truth of a process that leads a consumer from identifying a necessity, generating options, and selecting a specific product and brand. Whether to buy, where to buy, what to buy, who to buy, when to buy, and how to pay. Our target customer is Crystal Carrington. She, as a consumer, is intending to buy the Apple Watch SE as her preferred smartwatch. And she went to the retail store, which was MyMac. And the MyMac is located at 254 Collins Street, Melbourne, Victoria, 33,000 Australia, to buy the Apple Watch SE. After she received the salary during her August payday, she bought the Apple Watch SE in the coming few months, and she paid the fee by using her credit card. The experiences, influences, and other situation faced by Crystal Carrington is she always relaxes by doing exercise on the weekends such as yoga and runs. And she might not always use her smartphone to look at the time while she is exercising. So, she has a personal experience using her friend's smartwatch and asked her friend who used the smartwatch on their feedback and experiences using it. For the positive or negative comments from the store or the seller, according to Tom Guide, the positive comments are the price of the Apple Watch SE is an excellent starter smartwatch for newcomers, and it is also a larger display, international emergency calling, fall detection, noise monitoring, and optional LTE. Besides, according to Engage, it is not the prettiest watch, and its sleep tracking reports are not as insightful as the competition. This is the negative comment.
Now I will be talking about stage 5, which is post-purchase behavior. It will be the final stage of consumer buying processes. There will be post-purchase behavior where there are assessors of customers whether he or she satisfied or dissatisfied. Why might the consumer feel satisfied with the purchase? Here is the statistic that I got from the website of Techpinions, which was according to Ben Banjari 2050. According to the statistics, it has shown that overall customer satisfaction with Apple Watch after using it. It is very useful for Crystal Carrington. The security of iOS is also very unique that among all of the watches of other brands. It is also very affordable and it is not pricey. For Generation Y millennials, the people like Crystal Carrington don't want to spend too much on these stuffs. For the perspective of Crystal Carrington, there is no need for her to spend too much on this kind of stuff. The most important thing for Crystal Carrington is to contact people, text people, receive calls and notifications, look at the time, and also the most important thing for her is the optical heart rate sensor. Apple Watch SE has fulfilled the needs of Crystal Carrington. There are fast performance, great software, and also the reliable battery. Now, why might the customer feel dissatisfied with his or her purchase? Apple Watch SE does not include some of the features that are needed for Miss Crystal Carrington. There have no and always-on display, third-party watch faces, and also EGG or blood oxygen monitoring. Crystal Carrington would like her watch to have always-on display, which allows her to look or check on the time or notifications or maybe calls without tapping on the screen or lifting their wrist just to check on the time or notifications or calls. But for Apple Watch SE, it can't allow her to do that, so this will be the one of the features that Crystal Carrington might feel dissatisfied with her purchase of this series of smartwatch. And because she thinks that a responsibility of a watch is can tell the time for its users without any extra work. Besides that, the bad thing about the smartwatch is it can connect to other brand devices such as Samsung, Oppo, Huawei, and etc. How might this impact in their next purchase? Most people from Generation Y like Crystal Carrington, who is a busy businesswoman, they will expect that the watch is to help her to reduce her burden. The missing features such as always-on display, third-party watch faces, and the EGG or blood oxygen monitoring will affect their next purchase. It is supposed to deliver on the word of honor which it had made to maintain or to keep Crystal Carrington coming back to continue her purchase on their products. This situation will result in cognitive dissonance because everyone has different type of thoughts, beliefs, and also attitudes. Cognitive dissonance is referring to a situation which involving conflicting attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors. according to Seoul Maglit 2018. The importance of the desirability of Apple Watch SE purchase and decrease the desirability of Apple Watch SE rejected. The customers will hesitate whether they should buy the watch or not, and they will also think that is the smartwatch important for them in their daily life. Crystal Carrington often make a decision under uncertainty as she do not know how the smartwatch function, only to receive decision of buying smartwatch once the uncertainty is resolved. Now I will pass the stage to Jiayin, which is the conclusion.
So for the conclusion, consumer buying behavior describes the ways of handling and buying of a good as well as service from seller or individuals, group and organization. Crystal Carrington, as a Generation Y, has recognized her needs for a convenient smartwatch for her daily use. She also had asked her friend for opinion about smartwatch, as well as had done some research, accept and analyze the data of the preferred smartwatch which she wanted to buy. Besides that, she also evaluated the brand and product which satisfied her needs. She has chosen the Apple brand and the product was the Apple Watch SE. Moreover, she buy or purchase the smartwatch from MyMac, and she paid for it by using her credit card. Last but not least, she might not be satisfied with the purchase of the Apple Watch SE because due to this product is missing the features of the always-on display, third-party watch faces, and the ECG or blood oxygen monitoring.
Moving on to the recommendations. For the first step, one recommendation Apple could use here is pushing out for more advertising on the Apple Watch SE. Currently on YouTube, there are only commercials for the Apple Watch Series 6, the more expensive version. And according to Google, people who watch YouTube ads are 23 times more likely to visit or watch more by the brand. Getting the Apple Watch SE more advertisements on how the average user or how people like Crystal could use it would push for more people wanting to buy it.
I would like to recommend Apple to make improvement on their website page. They can add more features in their website so that people who is searching for smartwatch can easily search and get to know all the features of the watch and get all the information of the watch easily. Apple also can add more colors in their website so that it attracts the people who want to buy the product. Apple can also make an interesting advertisement that directly attracts the customer to not to skip the ad but make decision to buy it.
One place where Apple is currently lacking is in their device compatibility. Apple Watches can only be paired with Apple iPhones. Even the competition, such as Samsung's smartwatches and even Xiaomi's, are compatible with both Android and iOS devices. If Apple pushes for their devices to be able to pair with non-iOS devices, they will be entering a huge market space as Android users make up of the 77% of the smartphone market space.
Recommendation in purchase decisions. The product is Apple Watch SE or the Apple company is having more positive comments than the negative comments, so that the consumer will tend to buy the product. Besides, most of the customers are aiming to buy the former's preferred brand. The Apple company could advertise or promote through the internet, YouTube, radio station, and television. Last but not least, for recommendation in purchase decision is consumer can go to the convenience store to purchase the product which he or she prefers.
Apple Care is a service by Apple for full device protection for a fee. To increase sales for the Apple Watch SE, Apple could give out free Apple Care for a certain period so that consumers feel safer knowing that the device has insurance for the first 6 months or 1 year. And this is our list of references.
From all of us at the Umbrella Academy,
Thank you.